guys, welcome back to Ouscraft podcast. Today we're going to be having a very fun gist, and guess what? We'll be talking about Nigerian entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Ouscraft podcast. So, Mr. Famous,
Mm-hmm.
I believe you are aware of the death of the popular artist Mubad.
I'm aware.
Okay, so the death of the popular singer Mubad and the dispute he had with the Malian's record. What's your view about it?
Well, that question is very important in this our society now because the death of Mohbad is very unfortunate
Yeah.
because such a thing have been happening in our normal day life,
Okay.
not that star uh, uh, situation that you are a
Yeah.
star. It
Okay.
has been happening in our normal day life, and I believe if you listen or if you paid attention to this Mohbad's death, you will now relate to the people you're surrounding, things that have been happening around.
Yeah.
No, the only thing when I listened to what happened, first I said it's very unfortunate because it has to do with loss of life. Then secondly, when I did the analysis, I found out that it's a case of weakness
Okay.
from is a background weakness.
Oh.
And why I will not say that is a flop from the family is that it happens to everybody.
True.
Are you getting me? Even if you are even rich, there are people that are even richer than you.
Yeah.
So such a thing can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But in his own case, it is out of desperation from point of weakness. Are you getting me? Now, when he came into Malian Records. Malian is already a strong record label. He came in as a weak guy. Sorry to say that. Like he does, there's no. For example, let me say Davido. You sign in Davido. You have to be careful with Davido.
Yeah.
Why? Because he had strong personalities in his life.
Yeah.
You don't just toss him around.
Yeah.
But Mobat came from a standpoint of weakness, so they decided to use him as such.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm not trying to go against that because it happens to everybody.
Yeah.
My greatest prayer is that such a thing should not befall us.
Yeah.
Though it's happening in this normal ground, this normal background that we are surrounded, it's
Yeah.
happening. But coming into an agreement from the standpoint of weakness is very, very dangerous. And
Okay.
that's why they capitalize on that. There were many other people around Malian's record that they
Yeah.
cannot treat like that.
Yes.
But it's just so unfortunate because when you are benefiting from somebody,
Yeah.
you have to be loyal. Like
Yes.
my partner always say, my brother said that uh, uh, weaker people they congregate around a stronger vessel for the purpose of feeding, sometimes purpose of benefits.
Mm.
So that's why it came, and it was so unfortunate. And another thing I want to say, which I'm not trying to dispute all the information coming from internet too, we don't know who is responsible for the death.
Yeah.
But based on the way they treated him, Nigerians are blaming him
Yeah.
or the record label. So that's what I have to say about it.
Okay. So baseball, you just feel like, oh, are you trying to say that it was because it was too weak? That was why they had the opportunity to trample upon him.
Yes, yes, it just is they cannot trample on somebody that is strong. That's how life is. You see somebody that is strong and you want to trample on him.
Okay.
Are you getting me? If you already make your ways, but you cannot make your ways known to men when you know that you are not strong.
Okay.
They will use it against you. The truth is this: the only reason why they treated Mohbad like that way is because it came from the standpoint of weakness. That's why they can do that thing to him.
All right. But
But all of us, like I still said, all of us are victim of this
yeah.
because people are always ahead of us and they can use it against you.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Now, my conclusion is this: all these things that happened to the late Mohbad is as a result of he came from his standpoint of weakness and they capitalized on that. And apart from that, every one of us from this normal environment,
Yeah.
we are facing the same issues because we have a lot of people bigger
Yeah.
than us.
Yeah.
So, and we're also looking for benefits.
Exactly.
Everybody looking for benefits.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about that. I'm not trying to be for this. I'm trying to say the normal situation.
Okay, of life.
Yes,
Basically,
I'm
how we
not trying
work.
to say this person is wrong, this
This
person is
person
right.
is right.
This is the normal situation of life.
So it's more like in any situation,
Yes.
regardless, don't feel too weak.
Mm.
You need to be strong to be able to conquer a certain kind of people.
Come to Ouscraft Technology Abraka. This is our new product. This is for your car. You can see it very well. We put it close to your gear. Then talking about 15 Pro Max, we have everything about 15 Pro Max. We have the patch for 15 Pro Max, quality patch. We have screen guard for 15 Pro Max. We have for 15, in fact 15 series. It's for your watch, your Apple Watch. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.
So, Mr. Precious,
Okay.
the death of the popular singer Mohbad and the dispute he had with the Malians record, what's your view on it?
Okay. Well, first I want to start by saying that it's really a tragic thing, and we pray for the family of Mohbad that God will, give them comfort in this time of deep pain they are experiencing. Now, going over to the question, my partner really said a lot about it.
Yeah.
I think what I want to add to what he said is the fact he talked about weakness. And at some point in time, I'm looking at it from this perspective. At every point in time, there is somebody at the state of weakness
Yes.
because somebody is superior over you. You understand? It's just like sometimes there's this thing that I do experience. Maybe let's say maybe you're having a dialogue with a policeman on the road. He's with a gun, you're not with a gun, and you are arguing. Sometimes I feel that it's very risky, which is same thing. He's equipped with a gun legally.
Yeah.
You are not, and you are arguing with that person. And if he uses it wrongly, that's all, you are gone. So in the same case, there is always in life, there is always somebody that is in the standpoint of strength.
Yeah.
Why the other person is in the standpoint of weakness?
Okay.
Sometimes it's reverse. The reverse is the case because somebody in power could be less talented. Why did that guy that is more talented could be have less power? But at the end of the day, we are all having something ahead or as
Yeah.
an advantage over somebody.
Yeah.
So what I want to add is there must be weakness in life.
Yeah.
And no matter how, sometimes if you are too trying to show yourself to be exude more power, you will get less help. Remember, let me just try to make reference to P2B, for example.
Yeah.
When he showcased that level of meekness was when people supported him.
Yes.
So
Yes.
in
Yes.
the same case, that's just my addition to what he said. He said almost everything, but there must, no matter how you try to exude power, you must be in the state of weakness when it comes to relating with some certain kind of people. So that's just what I'm adding to what he
But
said.
like what I have to chip into is that superiority has degrees. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Like for example, I want to go into a deal with the bank.
Okay.
It has degrees. Based on what I'm doing now, they may tend not to, you know, then kind of bring down my ideas or trying to capitalize on the fact that okay, I'm not that strong. They may take my idea to another person.
Yeah.
But if you are strong enough, you may not be stronger than the bank, that are superior than you. But there's a level that you have gotten to. Bank cannot take your idea to another person. Instead, they say, okay, let's have a dialogue. Because they know that you may fight them. You have little, see what it takes. There's a difference between you having a contract with somebody and you are feeding from the person.
No, what I'm
Listen,
just trying to
I'm not
what I'm
the
just
way
trying
the way they portray. I know the way this thing depends on the two sides because there are some people that are superior but they are very good.
Yeah.
They have terms and conditions how they do their business. Even if you are very weak, there are some people in this Nigeria industry, music industry, that if they want to sign you in, they know that you are nobody. They will clean you up with their money and say, come and sign. You will read and even like their terms that you can still go whenever you want to go. You're entitled to some amount of money. These people are good people. But we're talking about some wicked people. I'm not talking about wicked, but this is natural for people to be competitive. I get it. They just want to take care of. Like Donald Trump always say, take the whole game. Take everything from your opposite or your competitor. Are you getting me? Somebody like Malian Record, since they have failed him, because that's what they told us. The guy fell from their table. So the guy does not have any right. If the guy brings out this dialogue of a thing, let's dialogue and let me know my percentage. They will push him away from the house.
Okay, what I'm just saying,
Mm.
what my point is this:
Mm.
at every point, even those that are big,
Mm.
those that are big now,
Mm.
that you cannot oppress or intimidate, because we don't know. But what we saw is that this guy was intimidated,
Yes.
highly intimidated.
Yes.
Now, even those that are strong that you cannot intimidate, at some point in their life,
Mm.
they were intimidated.
Okay.
You understand? So
Mhm.
what I'm saying is, had it been Mohbad survived this for like next 5 years, maybe it would have been the next biggest thing in Africa. You understand? Then you can't intimidate him. But it's just the process of the music industry or any industry in life. At some point in time, there's a possibility that you can be intimidated, no matter how strong
Yeah.
you can try to be.
Mm.
Because to gain that power now, you need to pass through some processes.
Yes.
Some people have to teach you. Some
Yes.
people have to carry you on their wings. You understand?
Yes.
So what I'm saying, like you said before now, that you need, God will not directly help you. God will use men to help you. Now, sometimes those men God are using to help you could turn against you or could try to intimidate you. It's just natural. To some extent, that's what I'm trying to point out. So that if you are weak at some certain point in time, just have hope that one day,
Yeah.
if you persevere, you are going to get to that level that you can exceed that position of being intimidated anyhow. That's just my point.
I understand perfectly.
Right.
Mm.
I feel like we were talking about being intimidated and weaknesses, right?
Okay.
Normally, I feel he's an adult, and before he was signed into the record label, he must have read the terms and the conditions.
Yeah.
But apparently, if he decides that he wants to leave, I'm very certain that now the Malian record did not fulfill whatever they must have stated. Because if I've read a contract and I'm saying everything here is good, I've signed, regardless of anything, when I'm into it, I don't see any reason why I'm running away if I'm being treated just the way the contract states to be. So probably I feel like regardless of the intimidation or his weaknesses, it wasn't treated as good, which as we could see online or social media platform. But now he has left. I think that was where his problem now even started more. He was being intimidated and he was weak. Now he has now left the record. They now pursued or made it known that he was not given any jobs
Yeah.
on because he's not part of the record label.
Yeah.
So I think power is now involved.
Mm.
Being yes, no power as involved from the
Yes.
beginning.
Yes.
But now it's not like I feel a lot of people were scared. There was still fear
Yes.
in it. We know we don't want to like put a hand say, oh, he's Naira Marley or he's Sam Larry or whoever killed him. But regardless, there was still fear. Because if you have a record label and someone leaves the record label, I as a producer, I as a social media person, I want to bring this person in. Why am I scared if someone else tells me that you don't have to bring this person or you don't have to give him a job or like, you can't bring him, you can't pay him to come to your show if he's not in the Malian record. So I feel there's something that they should still look into because they've already started looking into it. But I think there is something behind that is disputing that power, bringing fear into everybody's mind because he was obviously scared.
Yeah.
He was obviously scared.
Okay, like let me chip in. Yes, there are a lot of things involved.
Yeah.
But let's discuss it vaguely.
Yeah.
We don't want to go into some other things that we heard.
Yeah.
But it has happened to majorly all the superstars
Yeah.
that want to leave record labels.
Yeah.
For example, Wizkid.
But nothing happened.
Yes,
He
listen.
didn't die in
Yes,
case.
yes, he cannot die. He cannot die because
See,
that
the
is his
reason why
destiny.
the reason why we are even hearing of this case of Mohbad is because he died.
Yes.
Mohbad has left that record for more than 8 months or so, or 6 months.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything. You understand? Nobody said anything. The reason why people are talking now because he died.
Yeah,
You understand?
Yeah.
That's what we are saying. Had there been Wizkid died, you think that people wouldn't have said something?
But Whiskey to some extent, I don't
Whiskey
feel he was
also
frustrated.
molested. No, he was frustrated.
By they
He
were
was
not giving
frustrated.
him job because if they were not giving him jobs,
listen,
I don't think he would
listen.
move.
Look at what happened. It was not like they were not giving him job. Mohbad, I'm talking about
fighting.
Mohbad. They will reach out to your record label. You understand? They want to do something. They will reach out to his former record label, which is what is it called?
Reference.
The Malian record.
Yeah.
You understand? Now they will not give them their own reference, which is he didn't obey. You know, they will not give him a bad reference. So they will not feel like, okay, let me just put this in perspective. Sometimes when people want to apply for a job, I ask them, okay, where have you worked? Let's say maybe you worked with somebody that I know. I'm going to call the person. Okay, how is this person? Now, if the person is giving me a bad track record, I'm going to find it very skeptical to bring you in.
Of course.
You understand? So it's in same case. It's in same case. It's not like they were trying to. What I believe is this: are they being Mohbad didn't die? This is still what I'm still trying to portray now. Years after now, this guy would have overcome this thing. I would have been one of the biggest
Yes.
cats in the
Yes.
den.
But
That's the
what I
major
want to
thing.
say now is
Mm.
this. With if this has been happening in the industry for a very long time,
Yes.
I believe if you want to discuss it vaguely,
Mm.
we're talking about awareness and power.
Mm.
Now they have already brought out Mohbad
Mm.
to the light. Everybody knows him. Now he wants to carry the light and move out. Are you getting the puzzle?
Mm.
Now it was Banky that brought out Whiskey.
Mm.
Now Whiskey has carried that light, that same light that they gave to him.
Mm.
Now it's not shining. Listen, you know,
Okay.
most times you hardly see him giving credit to Banky W. I've even found out that most of these superstars, young stars, they benefited from this, from their bosses, from their table. Like most times they came to feed from them. You cannot. It's hard to see somebody that just, I want, this is my profession. I'm already rich. I want to go into music. It's hard. Most of them are coming from the standpoint of weakness, like I said. Are you getting? So they will give them the light. Most, if you go and listen to all these big stars, big boss, all these music boss, they tell you that you carry light and give somebody, you now want to run away with it. But because he has given you that star, he needs to benefit from the star. Are you getting me? So I believe that is one of the major reasons why they attack any of these signee that want to leave.
Okay.
Anyways, let's not just go deep.
Okay.
Let's just leave it on the surface
Okay.
level.
Yeah. Like I said.
All right. At this point, we're going to go in on a short break.
Plenty enemy, Mohbad. You didn't follow me. My dear, come on me. Even if not done minutes. Maybe I'm a ghetto. Must that you do want to. My grace in the auto. Automatic. One favor me a photo.
Still on the Mohbad case, right?
Okay.
We're going to go further to the cloud chasing. Now, basically, a lot of Nigerians are like, oh, celebrities, they don't really love themselves. A lot of people, that's why I keep repeating on saying fear to some
Okay.
extent now. A lot of Nigerian celebrities, actresses, they came out trying to pull up for this mobile case. Oh, he's dead. We are finding justice.
Mhm.
Nigerians call it
Cloud
cloud
chasing.
chasing, right?
Yeah.
Rather, they call it cloud chasing. They want to trend with the young boy, the young superstar that is opportunity to die. Now, what's your view about that? Do you think there is genuine love, or do you think it's cloud chasing? What do you think?
Well, I will not call it cloud chasing. I will not. In as much as majority of the people are talking about it,
Mhm.
I will not call it cloud chasing. I think there is this thing about life. At the end of the day, this goes a long way to show that we are all connected. Mohbad is a Yoruba guy,
Mhm.
and you see Igbos, Hausas, people are just talking about him. People, even non-Nigerians, are talking about him. Why? Because we see an element of Mohbad in us, which is we have people that are superior more than us, and sometimes we are passing through frustration. So I don't necessarily call it cloud chasing if they are calling for justice for the case of Mohbad.
Yeah.
Now, do you know why I won't call it cloud chasing? Now, if you go to the Nigerian constitution, or you just go into the law of the nations of all over the world,
Yeah.
whenever something happens to a celebrity, they tend to take it more serious. Why? Because that is a public stuff. It has become a public stuff. Now, if you don't fight that particular thing, or you don't tend to like scrutinize it so that justice will be found, then it tends to become a no. You understand? It's
Yeah.
just like a celebrity doing something wrong and a normal person doing something wrong. If a normal person does something wrong, you will just be like, okay, let's overlook it.
Yeah.
But if a celebrity does something wrong, sometimes we'll call the person out. Hey, why were you smoking outside? Why are you pulling off your clothes outside? You're a celebrity. Don't you know that people are looking at you? So in the same way, that of the case of Mohbad, I believe that everybody should jump into it, talk about it, so that justice could be found And it's not because he's cloud chasing. So far, we get the result that we are looking for, which is justice for him.
Yeah.
You understand? So that it will now serve as a lesson to those that are oppressing people. So I'm not seeing it as cloud chasing. Either way, it's just like the Bible, the Lord Jesus talked about. No one that is using his name will be against him. That
Okay.
anybody that is using his name is promoting the gospel.
Yeah.
So in either way, whether somebody is trying to like gain popularity with it, which is what most people have done,
Yeah.
is helping the cause for the justice of a common man being
Yeah.
oppressed.
So it's more like whether you say Badu or you say, according to Cardi B, she will say you are insulting me, but still you are buying my records.
Yes,
You are still
yes,
pushing me further.
yes,
Whether you talk about me or whether I'm trending, doesn't matter. I'm trending.
yes,
So
yes.
that's just the basic thing. So, Mr. Famous, do you consider the celebrities that came out to talk about Mohbad's death as cloud chasers? Because a lot of Nigerians are like, they don't have genuine love for themselves. They just want to chase cloud so that they will trend for the period of time. So, what do you think about what Nigerians are thinking?
Okay, thank you for the question. Like Mr. Precious said, uh, all of them are channeled towards a common goal,
Yeah.
getting justice. But to be frank, some of the celebrities are chasing clout. Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
Clout.
Yeah.
Some of the celebrities are chasing clout. That is the truth. There's what they call professionalism. E.g., this is a very dark guy.
I
He's
said
talking about his own ideas. That is the truth.
okay.
A lot of our journalists, internet journalists, that used to come, broadcasters, channels,
Yeah.
news channels, they're saying a lot, all these private channels. But when we talk about our celebrities, sometimes when they overdo some things, are you getting me? You will sense that there is this clout that are chasing inside.
Yeah.
Just come out and say, want to go and buy coffee. Are you getting me? So you don't have, at this stage, people have to say are chasing clout. Normally, for example, politicians. Because I believe, I know it happened in the sector of entertainment. I understood what Mr. Precious said, that with the influence of the cloud chaser, okay, sorry, he said, with the influence of these people talking, both the stars and the rest that are saying that are chasing clouds, that the government was able to hear what they are saying and then went to do autopsy and the rest. But like I said, are you getting me? This thing happened to a particular family, but we just felt it because all of us are connected, like you said.
Yeah.
But there are some of our superstars that are chasing cloud. That is the truth. That is the truth. Because you cannot tell me that you are no more producing movies. Nobody's watching your movies anymore. We don't hear you. Or probably you ran for governor and the rest. You just stay in your house to come up with the story. Sorry, you don't come up with the story. You just key into this. But you want to now go and buy coffee, as if government cannot buy coffee. Are you getting me? Government can, but sorry to say this. Some of the things that they are putting on record, you want to buy coffee. Yeah, I believe coffee is a sacred. Sorry, it's a
So the
sacred.
reason, okay, let's look at it
Sorry,
from
so
this perspective.
you know?
The reason why
You
they
know?
went to buy the coffins was because of the
So,
fact it was a major bone of contention during the last time when it was buried. That coffin
have
was
they
a
buried them?
no, the first time that it was buried, it was a major bone of contention. The coffin that it was placed into was not his size. So people really got angry with that. That was the first thing that
But
provoked
not
They
the
want
buy,
to
Nigerian.
not
hell.
went to buy
Don't
because
don't Todike is so close now to Mumbai. She wants to
yeah,
hell.
sorry,
So what
sorry.
I'm
Yeah, she
saying
wants
is
to
now
hell.
that was to satisfy the mind of majority of
You see,
Nigerians.
cloud chasing.
Don't say that. Do you know when I was young, I was meant to believe that dead bodies and coffins, they are sacred things.
Yeah.
In fact, if you see where they are manufacturing coffins like this, even if you are gisting somebody, quiet. You want to have respect for the dead. Can you imagine? You want to chase clouds with coffin. They even enter the place, started touching one. This one is really white. This one is really no. We should use white to signify something. I believe. I'm sorry to say, it's chasing clouds. I believe all of us. Internet is a very great platform to be great,
Yes.
but there are some things that, especially when it has to do with death, death is involved, loss of life. No, now Well, we know some of I like this our very great, very dark man.
He's not. I don't like him either.
You don't like him, but
Yeah.
most of us will like him because I heard that the video has already followed him. Are you getting me? He's a very natural man. One of the most naturalists I've ever seen.
Naturalist.
A natural.
Yeah. No. Like I'm trying
Natural.
to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Natural man. That person fly. Somebody like you not allow when you are doing a video. Flies are flying. You will see, but flies will even enter his mouth. He's still
Don't
talking.
play.
He's a very natural man. And this business is all about being natural. Are you getting me? And it's not even stopping him from growing. So, like I said,
Yeah.
if we want to do some things as superstars, we should search our conscience. Because if this thing really happened to a very, 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 very close person to Tonto Dike, he will not go to that extent to video the coffin, yes, and check all these things. Because I believe that, see, if you've it's about inside. Yeah, it's about inside.
Yeah.
You will honor that. You will honor it. Thank you so much.
So with the whole Mubad case right now, it's really exhausting for the internet, for everyone. So what's the major lesson? What's the lesson that you think Nigerians should take from the death of our great star?
Um, well, the first lesson I think that we should take is uh, we should be very careful.
Yeah.
Talking about with the molestation that he had from the
Yeah.
Malian record, that is what we have seen. That
Yeah.
is the one that is factual.
Yeah.
I think we should be very careful with people that will sign agreement with, or people that will do business with.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it's not all opportunities that you take, because there is this saying that Ishmael tends to come first before Isaac. Ishmael is a biblical analogy.
Yeah.
Ishmael, which is that was not the promise, but God promised Abraham that he will have a son. Then after some time, he couldn't wait anymore.
Yeah.
He just had to, like, let me get a son somewhere else. And God promised that you have that child with who? Sarah, your wife.
Okay.
You understand? So that's how life is sometimes. It's not everybody that you should do some negotiation with, because sometimes you see some of the signs that these people are like this.
Yeah.
You understand? And you know your standpoint. You're not going to negotiate a deal with these people. For example, now in Nigerian politics, let me just make reference to that. We know of some governors that highly deal on thuggery. This is not today. There are some states you go, you will see some politicians. If they tell you, wait for me, really, really wait for them. You understand?
Yeah.
So you should be very careful when you are negotiating deal with such kind of a person.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they can go any length, and they can't relent. They want to bring you down and destroy you.
Yeah.
So the major lesson I would say is, first, mind the kind of people you negotiate with. Then second, like you said, don't be to some extent, try and toughen up. You understand? Try and toughen up. Then the third one I would say is, try and initiate some peaceful dialogue. There's a saying that sometimes when you have the right words, or sometimes when you appeal to people's emotions, sometimes can get them to calm down.
Yeah.
You understand? Then days before now, when kings were too powerful, they had your life in their hands. So how do people survive then? You have to know how to approach the king. You have to know how to speak to them. Same thing happened to Esther in the Bible when he wanted to approach the king.
Yeah.
You understand? She knew what she did. So sometimes when we see that we are being molested or being harassed by some people that you know that you don't have any way out, sometimes just try and create peaceful dialogue. Sometimes look for a way that, okay, you can sacrifice something. If it's to, maybe, let's say in the case of music industry, for example, this thing happened with Banky W and Whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey had to go and produce another album for Banky. You understand? Produce another album and say, okay, this album is going to be done under EMU record, so that we can say this is our final contract.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's to do that, if it's to say, okay, how can we come to a compromise? You understand? So that these people don't keep on harassing and molesting you. That's my own thing.
All right. And it should also be known to the public as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Famous, what is the lesson that you think Nigerians should take from the death of
Okay, Mr. Precious said they was busy talking about dialogue, business. In the case of Mobad, and in the case of our daily lives, there's something like dialogue or contract. Contract only exists between strong people, defined businessmen.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? At this stage, we're expecting to get favored by a powerful person.
Yeah.
That is the case of Mohbad and most of the people out there.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So I've thought about it in many ways. That's why I told him to share his own view.
Yeah.
Because we have seen clergymen bringing people on that jail. Clergymen that you feel that you are safe. At the end of it, though, you are molested. We'll have a lot of stories like that.
Yeah.
We cannot doubt it. We have a lot of stories. At that stage, what will you do? Are you going to sign a contract with that man? Well, at this stage, let's call a spade a spade. Before you are signing an agreement, you already doing a little bit well.
Yes. Yeah.
You cannot bring a project or bring a document to give somebody that's feeding you to come and sign. It's a sign of disrespect.
To them.
Are you getting me?
It's the right.
Yes, now.
I feel like what he said.
You should
know the right people.
See, like I said, in our last podcast, I was busy talking about men are God's vessel to help men.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? Sometimes, in the case of Joseph, Pharaoh was not actually defined to be a very good man. Are you getting me? But sometimes you benefit from bad men.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
So some bad men can come as a vessel from God to help you. Are you getting me? So, like I said, when I thought about this thing in very godly way, in other ways, I say the only way is this: make your ways known to men. That's the only thing I can say. Are you getting me?
How can you make your ways known to men when you are weak?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, you are going to walk up to. Can you, as a civilian, walk up to the president of the country to make your way known to him?
I've not completed. That's why I say, make your ways known to men and yourself too. You know, in your experiences here and in school, there are some people that you know. They appear so weak, like they don't have anything. But you cannot talk to them. You cannot tell them what they don't want to do. There are some people like that.
What I'm saying, I'm coming. In as much as there are some people that, yes, true. There are some people that you can't talk to.
You can't talk to.
Depending on who you are talking about. I'm saying let's call it spade. Like you said, let's call it spade. No matter how the principle that I have, no matter the principles that I have, for example, if I'm passing on the road and I see soldiers on the road, and they say, stop this way. No matter the principles that I have, I will stop that way.
You will stop
and calm down.
This is, you don't understand.
So when you are saying principle, no, even I know myself.
When they say you should stop,
I've made my ways known to men. But I can't make my way known to these people.
What you are doing to that in that place, in that scenario, is that you are trying to subject yourself to order. That
sometimes it could be order. It could be just that, just making any decision. Anyhow,
it's different. Somebody is feeding you. I'm coming again. Listen, most of us will have one or two people that are helping us, and we pay respect to these people. Sometimes they can even make you do what you don't want to do. But I believe one of the things that can help you at that weakness that you are is to make your ways known to men and yourself. For example, there's what they call cause and effect. Are you getting me? When they say, come and do this, the first thing you do is to, okay, if I do this, what will happen? What will be the outcome? And if you have made yourself known to men, and the result will hurt you, will hurt your personality, you will not do it too. Now, for example, when he met, which I don't want us to go more deep, when he met Malian the first time, or that is Mali, he believes if you hang out with a man 2-3 times, you know who he is.
Yeah.
But he tend to he compromised. Yeah. Are you getting me? If you know yourself, that's why Pastor Chris always say, I know myself. If you know yourself, there are many roads on earth leading to where you are going to. But we tend to be careful, applying wisdom to know the one to what follow.
Yeah.
A lot of roads are there. Today, if you want to change, if you want to follow back, if you want to follow anybody, they are there. God, they are avenues to follow them, but know yourself, know your ways. Because if you know yourself, you can be selective. You cannot move it. Okay, you go to man, they do all this stuff because we all the thing we heard. He saw it when he was entering. If he's because like I was expecting to say that don't be too desperate.
Yeah, desperate.
Desperate. He was too desperate that he wants to become a star. But he compromised, though I don't know whether he has some standard. But if you have standard, yeah, if you look at it and say no, I don't want it.
That's why I talked about.
You still say like basically, you are just saying like almost like what he said.
But the contract of a thing that he said that when we are at this stage, I don't want that statement of
okay, that's one of the lessons you disagree.
Who do you sign contract with? I'm feeding you. You want to sign contract?
It's just like telling your mother
but wait, did they sign contract or not? They did.
They did.
In their own terms.
Now, I was expecting one of the cases I've seen of when it comes to contract that I've seen that was particularly very bad in the music industry was the case of Kiss Daniel. The contract what they wrote on the contract of which he signed was he will be paid 40,000 naira. This guy became a superstar, and they were still paying him 40K
monthly.
I think so. Whether monthly or pay.
But I don't believe it because the kind of lifestyle that guy had.
No, then I'm talking about then. That was before he left. Now that was one of the reasons that he left. Now the case was, did they present a contract to him? Yes. Did he see the 40,000? Yes. Did he sign? Yes. But the question you should ask at that point in his life,
can I afford 40,000?
40,000 is a big deal.
There are some people that used to reject. When I listen to Chinwe Talago,
no,
that's our great actor.
Yes.
The first time Adenuga invited him to Lagos.
Yes.
That was when I knew that Adenuga is into production of movies and movies before. When he invited him from Enugu, the guy entered transport. When he got there, he said, I want to add this role. I'm going to pay you 1 million. The man said, if you don't pay me 10 million, based on what I've seen here, I will not act. Just give me my transport fare. Let me go to the nearest bus and go back. This man said, sit down here. I will pay you 1 million. He said, no, if you cannot. And he even said that at that time, he doesn't even know what 1 million naira looks like. But he was really shouting that he wants 10 million. When he wants to walk out of the door, the man said, come and sit down here and sign for the 10 million naira. Are you getting me? People can hold up. But there are some men that are strong like Steve Jobs that if you want to hold up, as I get they will kick your butt. Because they don't really care about you.
See, what we are saying is now, because in the same way, we're talking about you are bringing value. Value that somebody else can bring. They are not giving you the opportunity for the 1 million. So now say no, they will say, okay, for example, someone like Don Jazzy does not necessarily need much talent. If Don Jazzy wants to make you a star, he will make you a star. Davido picks somebody that is average, not super talented. That's why he brought Michael was in the bank industry. But Michael was a banker before now. So he just did a record, just did a cover for his song with Davido, with Olamide, and he just couldn't say, come on. And I'm going to make you a star, and he did it. Now, those people have created the science. They can pick anybody and make whoever they want to make him and make their own benefits. So before we say, you demand for that and all that, maybe that man just wanted to sign him. If you have not made it, I'm talking about myself, for example. I'm now trying to negotiate something with you, and you're not setting a standard of a level that you have not worked for. I think it was Andrew Tate that said some people have pride that they have not earned. Pride, you have to earn it. If you should have pride, you have to earn that your pride. I
think I've seen in many ways when you examine something, they want to show pride.
Yes, whenever I see people tend to show pride, so it's like even me myself. Whenever I see some people, there's somebody. If for example, somebody calls me and say, I want you to do something. Somebody at the level of Michael Adenuga calls me. I may not charge. I may not demand for money. Why? Because that's my own perspective. I'll be like, okay, the relationship with this man is going to be very important. So I'm looking at it from the perspective of being privileged.
That's what I'm saying.
So it all boils down to let's not be trying to say okay, you know who you are, you not demand for that kind of amount of money. It doesn't always work.
If Nigerians even hear of that, they will drag you. They are giving you 1 million. You are looking
But
for 10.
let's there's something I want
No,
to
that
point
one is
out.
another. But
Yes,
concerning,
there's something-
concerning
yeah.
about Mohbad,
Yes, concerning
Mohbad
about
saw the environment.
yeah.
He saw the environment before he entered. That's
There's just something I want us to point out that I want us to look into.
the father is
In a,
even a
situa-
pastor.
in, a,
according to what we hear.
in a situation of you sometimes, because you know that you're operating from the base of potential, you don't have this power already, you don't have this fame already, then sometimes you see a contract that is not that much favorable, but you'll be better than you were. You understand? If you accept this opportunity and you now accept it, you will now see who you are now. You have seen your potential, you've seen what you are worth now. You will now be like, oh no, this contract has to change, because every contract has process of amendment. You now demand for amendment. You'll be like, you are demanding on this for this amendment because we have already given you this thing. You know that you can now go about and do whatever you like. You understand? So yes, I'm looking at it. Is it fair to record label owners?
It's not fair.
Is it fair to
It's
them?
not fair because they have given you the rights.
Now, is it fair to artists who maybe they were giving you, you invested 100 million in them, then somehow they're now making in a month, they're now making, okay, maybe the deal you had with them is that you'll be giving them 5 million every month. They're not generating something like 100 million. You now still want to give them 5 million. So is it also fair to those artists?
That is for them to do their analysis and then reach.
No, I'm just saying, is it fair?
No, I don't know about that one. But
somebody is not generating 10 million, 100 million for you, and the agreement was you give the
that's why I love Portable. Portable is doing it on the fire everybody and is doing something. They say continue.
In general, you should not neglect the fact that people that are upper age should please try to be as nice and as flexible as possible. I'm not saying you should be too good to your people, be strict, yes, be disciplined, yes, but let's not dispute the fact that leaders, people that have power, they tend to trample on people.
And they corrupt a lot.
They tend to trample on people. Please, we should try our best in every position we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
Whether we're the boss, we're the manager, what not, whatever case you find yourself, please, we are humans. Try to have sympathy. With this, let's go on a short break.
No, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Ulama, I dare on my bento. I don't dare you tire. Make we do like extra cool. Oh, and we go back to the time when this love is better. You know I love you, but I'm always on the road. Can't lie, you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too.
So welcome back, guys. So we're moving on to the Nigerian music artists and their dominance with the Afrobeat in Africa and international level. Mr. Precious, what's your take about that?
Okay, first and foremost, I want to start by saying that's a big win for us Nigerians. But the major question is, Afrobeat is all about Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
You understand? But an artist who, once you have gained an average fame in Nigeria, you have a more international recognition, more than some people that are topping in their countries like Morocco, even South Africa, even Ghana. We have Shatta Wale, we have Stone Boy, but they're not doing what people like Asake is doing. You understand? So people are even getting offended with it. I don't know. So, but if I should say in summary of what I think it's just one thing about Nigerians, and that is why we are called the African giants. You understand? So we are the giant of Africa. This is Nigeria. We are to lead while other countries are to follow. Sorry for that, but that is just my view.
No offense.
No
offense, Ghanaians.
No offense.
Mr. Famous, what's your take about Nigerian music artists are dominating the Afrobeat, Africa and international?
I think it's our turn
to
lead. Even in the dancing industry. Because you know I'm a dancer.
Okay,
true. Yes, I'm a dancer.
And
I love it.
It's
when you go to school, they say, you know, you should not go into entertainment, you should not dance, as if you are playing. But they're making it big in industry. So, you know, when I used to watch football match at that time when I was so little, Nigerians, they're not topping. They're not even up to half. So, but at the time after Wizkid started trending, it was after Wizkid and Davido. We started seeing them on top, meeting the leaders of the world.
Yes, so
I found that something is happening, and that is the reason why we are trending in all platforms. When
yeah.
it comes to dancing, we are the best. Once you see somebody dancing
No,
in
no.
US,
What
it's in Nigeria.
what I want to hear is your own opinion as to the fact that
It's in
Asake,
Africa.
Asake,
Dominating.
who just came out, let's say 2 years ago or 3 years ago, went to O2 Arena
And it's shutting
and,
down.
and shutting it down.
Yes,
Whereby you have somebody like Shatawale from Ghana,
yes,
who is
yes.
What about
big,
the
heavily
this
big in
guy?
Ghana.
That's
This
what
guy
Heavily
is
big
so-
in Ghana, but cannot do this.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
this. I say this is our time.
Yeah.
Why I say this is our time?
I feel
That's why this is our time. If you go to US, check the first 10 richest people on earth. You before you see another country coming inside these people, these 10 people, almost 9 or 8 of them are from US. That is the revolution in the industry. It's all about USA. Are you getting me? This is a time for Nigeria to shine. At this stage, a normal dancer or a TikToker, somebody talking,
yeah.
you become a big star celebrity. Look at Ashimushi or Ashimusi. What's her name?
Ashimushi.
Ashimusi and Nurse Mirage. Or are you getting me? These are just because of their shape. Are you getting me? They're using their shape to make money. Are you getting just shape? If not nothing. The shape and one or two. Well, it's all about shape.
I think she's going to be offended. She's really a big time
Celebrity.
not just celebrity,
Not
an entrepreneur. As
She
you
just
see,
makes
yes.
she's into some other business.
I've not seen any superstar that does not have a business. I heard that Inedu has like 2 hotels, a lounge, a lot of. Are you getting me? They make their own money, but you see, there's a difference between having making money. Even in this our locality, people are rich, even richer than most of the celebrities, but they don't know them. Power is different from money. But if you're a superstar like Ashimusi now, don't go and meddle with her because you feel that you have money more than her. Now, I remember when Nollywood really tried. They're still trying. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
In fact, they took it another level. They're now staging with going to Netflix, staging with Hollywood and the rest.
Yeah.
But when it comes to entertainment, Nigeria is really trying and they're topping.
Okay.
So if you are strong as a Nigerian, look for how to capitalize on that. You'll be great.
No,
I think let me add something. There's a point I got from what he said. I think the reason why Nigerians are doing better than other African countries is because Nigeria is very, like, the environment is very competitive.
Yes.
Like, for example, so if you are average here in Nigeria, let's say you're an artist and you are average here, if they compare your standard with that of another country, you are better than their number one.
Yes.
So our average artist here is better, is putting in more hard work, more discipline, more branding and everything,
And the environment
than the number one of other countries.
Environment, if you start growing now, without even meeting anybody, doing the right thing, you grow faster than all these people staying in Ghana, Zimbabwe. Are you getting that?
Same way our jollof rice.
That shows that Mark Zuckerberg, all this, they channeled their attention
Because
to these people that
there.
are you getting me? That shows that they are more, they tend to be more favorable to Nigerians. I'm telling you the truth.
Now we're still in the spirit of independence, right?
Yes.
The month of October.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to just be having a little trivia questions to see how well you know your country. I believe you guys keep saying I want to be a politician. So maybe one day they ask you, people will know power.
Why you want to put us in this? Okay, let's go.
Okay. So what what year did Nigeria become a republic?
That was 1963.
66.
Okay, Mr. Famous. What are you going to go with?
It's in 1963.
Yes.
I say 66.
We will go with me because Nigeria became a republic.
No, you guys are not working together now.
Okay, who are we going to go with now?
No.
I don't understand. He said when.
Yeah, what year did
He said 1963.
Yes. Which answer are you going with?
1966. I don't know. I forgot.
But it's 1963.
Check.
Because that is 1963. I don't need anybody to tell me. It's 1963.
Check.
That was the year that Nigeria was ushered into a republic. And Nigeria was not a republic.
What is the question? What is the answer?
1963. agree.
Okay.
Yes, that's the answer.
Alright. So the next question is the name Nigeria was coined by who?
By
Sabi Musican.
I think it's a Flora.
Flora Shaw.
Flora, sure. So.
Yeah, Flora Shaw. That was the wife, the person that later married Lord Lugard.
Are you guys know with that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah, correct. Guys are doing well. So what's the slogan of Delta State?
Slogan is a big heart.
Are you sure?
Yes, now.
Yeah, big hat.
I thought it was finger of God.
It's
Finger
big
of
heart.
God.
It's big heart.
I think it was Oduagan that wanted to change it to Finger of God. But if you check some current affairs, it's still written Big Hat.
What?
Oduagan, when Oduagan became the governor, wanted to change it to Finger of
What
God.
is it?
Yes.
It's
So
big
it's
heart.
no, it's still bearing the same. It was Big Hat from 1996. I think so,
Okay.
1996 when it was created. Then after some point, Oduagana came in and said Finger of God. But Nigeria as a country is still recognizing Big Hat. That's
So
why
what is it?
The answer is the bigger.
yes.
Yeah.
Both Big
Have
Hat
you
and
changed
Finger
it
of
before?
God. I think both
No,
of
there
them.
was a time that it was hearing finger of God.
Even till now, I don't think they
Bigger.
cancelled it. They didn't cancel it, so it
So
still
the
It's
actual
became
bigger.
the
answer
two.
is the bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So we've come to a conclusion for our today's episode. I believe you guys learned and you definitely enjoyed our conversation. Long story short, there's a lot of messages that has passed on to Nigerians from this episode. Don't be weak. Always try to know yourself. Don't be too desperate. And obviously, it's our turn to shine. Bye, guys.